Good day, everyone. This is Teacher Dean. Again, this is Teacher Dean. Today, we're going to talk about phrasal verbs. Again, we're talking about phrasal verbs. Now, phrasal verbs are verbs that sometimes have 2 words, sometimes 3 words, and we use them for various uses. Some are separable and some are inseparable. So some are separable, means they can separate, and then some are inseparable. That means we can't separate them, we can't pull them apart. So we'll talk about them as we go along. So the first phrasal verb I am going to talk to you about is kick out. Kick out. K-I-C-K-O-U-T. Again, K-I-C-K-O-U-T. Now, when we talk about kick out, we could talk about it in terms of to laugh. It means to laugh. So I could say, I get a kick out. So something that could make me laugh is, I get a kick out of watching cartoons. I get a kick out of watching cartoons. That could be my first thing that I get a kick out of. It makes me laugh, right? I get a kick out. That means to laugh. Now, let's look at the next meaning, pass the ball. Sometimes you hear soccer coaches say, kick out the ball, kick out the ball. And when I'm talking about soccer, I'm talking about this game, soccer, right? Sometimes you hear them say in soccer, and you call it sometimes football in America, or, right? Sometimes they say football and sometimes they say soccer, right? So we could say kick out the ball means pass the ball. Now, kick out also means to tell someone, go, 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 go. So you kick them out of the room. Kick out means to send them out of the room. They could say, my boss kicked me out of the meeting. I got kicked out of the room. Now, kick out, that one is to force someone to leave. Force someone to leave. Now, some people say kick out, but we normally say kick off. We normally say kick off in terms of a computer. So we would say, I got kicked off the computer, but sometimes you hear people say, I got kicked out of the computer. It is actually, I got kicked off the computer. So that's the first word, kick out. The next word that we want to talk about is back up. Back up. Back up. And often we hear that word on TV shows with cops says, back up, I need back up. So let's talk about how we spell the word back up. Back up is B-A-C-K-U-P. Again, it's B-A-C-K-U-P. And when we're talking about back up, the first meaning that we're going to address is that it means support. It means support. So when we talk about the word back up, we're talking about the first meaning, support. And you will hear cops use this very often to say, I need backup. I need assistance. I need more cops. That's backup. Now, the next meaning for backup is to reverse. To reverse. And we could say that back up your car. Back up your car means to reverse. We also use backup in terms of reverse. Now, the third way we use backup is to save when we're saving on a computer. So this one means to save. So when we're saving on a computer, that is also to back up your work. Save a copy on your thumb drive. Now let's look at the last word in terms of backup. What is backup? Backup means also an alternative plan. Alternative plan. Or an option. So we could say we need a backup plan if the rain falls today. So if the rain falls today, we need a backup plan for the party. Why would we need a backup plan for the party? Because we were going to have an outdoor activity. So we talk about the word backup. Again, it is B-A-C-K-U-P. And the four meanings are support, reverse, save as in a computer, and an alternative or an option. Okay? Another plan. Alternative or an option. So these are the meaning of the word backup. The next one that we want to go through is walk through. Walk through. Walk through is the next word that we want to go through. So let's look at walk through. Walk through is spelled W-A-L-K-T-H-R-O-U-G-A. So it's W-A-L-K-T-H-R-O-U-G-H. We're talking about a walk through. When they're talking about a walkthrough, one of the meanings could be step by step. Here they could be saying, walk me through the process. Or that is the same as tell me the steps. Tell me the process. Tell me how you do this. So that is step by step, right? The next walkthrough could be to, I just said that earlier, tell me, right? Tell me means to go through it slowly. So when we talk about tell me, we're talking about go through it slowly, right? So that is walkthrough. Step by step, we also talk about tell me the steps, right? So that is walkthrough. So we could also talk about walkthrough in terms of to physically use your feet, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, walk, 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 right? Using your feet. So we could walk through mean we walk through. I walk through the valley. I walk through the valley of the shadow. I walk through. So those are the meanings of walk through. Walk through means step by step. Walk me through the process. We could also say, tell me, right? Mean explain to me what happened. So one, step by step, tell me. And the other one is where you use your feet. Use your feet. You walk with your feet. So that's the third phrasal verb, walk through, which is step by step. Tell me, walk with your feet, right? So those are some phrasal verbs. The first one we did was kick out, K-I-C-K-O-U-T. The second one, back up, B-A-C-K-U-P. The third one is walk through, W-A-L-K-T-H-R-O-U-G-H. So those are some phrasal verbs that have more than one meaning. The last one I'll cover, it is going to be called float around. Float around. So let's talk about making orange juice or making lemonade. You put sugar, you put water, then you cut the lemon and you squeeze the lemon. So when we squeeze the lemon, we get juices out and we get seeds out. So when we get the seeds out, sometimes the seeds float on the top. Move around, right? So they float on the top. So when we say float around, it's to move around aimlessly, move around without any direction. So that is to float around. Now, they talk about float around in that way. So when they talk about float around, they could say, I want that idea to float around. And where is it floating? In your brain. Float around in my brain means to think. I want to think about the idea. I want it to float around in my head. That means not an answer right now, but for it to move around. I want to think about it. I want to understand it, and then I will give you an answer later. So let that float around in your brain for a while. Let these words float around. Back up. I get a kick out of it. Walk me through the process, Teacher Dean. Let those ideas float around your brain. Again, this is Teacher Dean. Again, this is who? Teacher Dean. One love. Stay safe till we meet. Everything is going to be just fine. Everything is going to be fine. We will meet again. So enjoy the rest of your day. Study. Let these ideas float around your brain. Thank you and have a superb day.